Recently, our Oakland fitter, Elsiana, and I went to Sacramento to do pointe shoe fittings. We're starting to do more of these little trips together, and it's so much fun to go with her. This dancer I've been fitting for a little while, but I haven't seen her in quite some time. She's actually a very difficult fit because she has absolutely gorgeous feet. And whenever you get someone who has beautiful feet, beautiful arches, folds in half, it's a very, very hard fitting. So this dancer got a pair of pointe shoes elsewhere. I thought they looked great, and I actually didn't mind it that much. This pointe shoe fitting was more of an aesthetic fix than anything else because I think her shoes worked. They looked pretty comfortable. They looked supportive. It was going into her arch. But the one thing I didn't love about this shoe, and this is just an aesthetic thing, is that the vamp was pushing her back. So the crown of the shoe, that's the height of how tall or how shallow the shoe is, was a little bit too low for her foot. So the top of her foot was pulling her back a little bit, and then right under the ball of her foot, we call this reverse arching. It's not a technical term, but we use that in the pointe shop. It starts to go the other direction. The shank bends into her arch and then it comes back out. So you see this S shape, and it's not always the prettiest. We kind of want a C instead of an S because sometimes the ball of your foot, it'll start to pull you off of pointe, especially when the shoe starts to die. I didn't really mind the shoe, but I wanted to have a prettier fit. I chose a shoe that was slightly higher in the profile and a little bit flatter right underneath the ball of the foot. The reverse arching is not always because the vamp is too shallow or the crown is too shallow. Reverse arching happens for many different reasons, but I have seen this more often than not on very archy, very flexible feet. Sometimes the shoe just buckles underneath their arch and that starts to happen, but it happens in certain models much more than others, and it doesn't always happen to every single person. There's many different reasons. We don't know until we actually see her feet. Like I said, I still didn't think that shoe was bad on her. I think it could still work. It was pretty comfortable. There was nothing that I really hated about the shoe. It's just a slight detail change that'll actually show off the shape of her foot.